What's up, everybody? Dr. Bo here, your San Diego chiropractor, and I'm with my man, Ed, and we're gonna go and get this amazing human being adjusted. But first and foremost, Ed is gonna share with us what brought you into our office in the first place, Ed.
Initially, it was actually Instagram.
Instagram, so you found us on Instagram, and what kind of pains and aches were you having throughout your body?
Actually, it first started out with my low back. I got up out of bed one morning, put my right foot down, then when I put my left foot down, I dropped like a rock.
Woo!
It stood there for like 5 minutes and I couldn't move.
Oh my goodness.
Finally, I was able to crawl to the bathroom, and I was there over the toilet for like another 5 minutes. So after about 40 minutes, I was able to get up to go to work, but
You still went to work?
I still went to work.
Oh my goodness.
But it was funny because once I started moving,
Yeah.
I didn't feel the pain anymore. But then once I rested, and it came back with a vengeance.
Guess who found the root cause of that pain? And we did, and it was in his lumbar spine. So we did a very thorough exam, and we actually took x-rays as well. And what we found is degenerative disc disease and also what we call a spondy or spondylolisthesis. And what happens is essentially that there's a slippage like that, and you don't have proper alignment, which is going to put pressure on the nerves. And the nerves that exit out of that low back go all the way down into the legs. And that day must have just been your lucky day where the pressure was on the nerve. Okay, so we've been working on that, loosening up his hips, and he's been doing an amazing job with his at-home exercises. There's one other thing that has been happening with you as well that was stemming from the neck and then going to the arm. Can you share with them regarding that as well?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. One day I was using the massage ball to hit my shoulder blade area, and the next thing I know, it's like somebody took an ice pick and went.
Whew.
It was that sharp in the pain. It got to the point where I couldn't even move my right arm. So I wound up going to see another chiropractor before I met you. And, he fixed it. Well, it was temporary. But then I noticed like a couple of days later, I was doing my tricep. So I started with my left, did that. And mind you, this was only 10 pounds. As soon as I went, oh, wait a minute, I can't get this up. And that's when I noticed my arm, you can see, you can still kind of see the difference. I noticed.
And the difference he's referring to is that the right arm is going to be smaller. There's what we call muscular atrophy compared to the left side. And I know you really want to flex your big arms today, Ed, on camera. So
well, at least one of them.
So just before we get him adjusted, I just want to explain to everybody that the nerves that exit out of your neck are going to be in charge of your entire arm. So one of the things that we looked for and we found is a misalignment in Ed's cervical spine, and that pressure is decreasing the communication that we have from the neck to the arm. And if you don't have that communication, you don't get full growth, full recovery, and full function. So the main thing that we've been working on for him is low back, mid-back, because there's a lot of IT work that you do as well, and the neck. He's been doing an amazing job of stretching. So let's go ahead and show what it looks like when we get you adjusted, which is always a fun time. Big deep breaths in and out. So one of the things that we mentioned with Ed is that, let that relax. There you go. Legs are nice and even. He's been coming in this week to get adjusted, so everything's looking even there. Big deep breath in all the way out. So one of the things that I'm noticing is that his pelvis, there's a rotation like this throughout his SI joint here. It's very restricted. And we adjust Ed using the drop table, which there's no cracking or popping sound, but it helps out a lot because it allows us to break through the scar tissue that's developed over the course of years and years of tension and stress building up into the low back. So what's happened with Ed is that he has really opened up his low back and his hips, which comes from being in here regularly, but also stretching at home and changing our habits at work. Why don't we go ahead, we're gonna prop this up right here. You're gonna go big, big, deep breath in. Nice. What you're gonna notice, there's a little bit of extra oomph that we're putting in here. You gotta meet power with power. So what I'm feeling for is motion. And right now, his whole sacrum It's just moving a million times better than it was before. Got one more spot here that we're gonna open up. Perfect. Awesome. Now, when it comes to Ed, it's basically from here to here. This mid-thoracic region is very stuck. So what we're gonna do with him is what we call an anterior dorsal. I'm gonna hit this area here, this area up here. I'm gonna put some strength and power into it because we really want this to open up. So Ed, why don't you go face up for me, please? Yes, sir. Bend this knee for me right on over here. We're gonna go big hug. Big deep breath in right there. Yes. Magical. One more little higher. Woo. Woo. Yes. Straighten those legs out for me. All right. Now, if you sit a lot, your hip flexors get tight. Hip can get stuck in there as well. So one of the moves I love doing with Ed is just a light leg pull, just to open that area up, and he does a great job of stretching his hip flexor out. Now to the cervical spine. So we know that the nerves that exit out of the lower cervical spine are the ones that are going to be in charge of the triceps. And that area can get pinched if you do a lot of sitting and you have your head forward. So we talk about posture, but the main area I want to open up on Ed is going to be lower down C6, C7. I'm going to bring that all the way over. Perfect. Amazing release. And we've got one more right there. Chin up. Yes. Perfect. Come on up nice and slow. Swing the legs on over that way, Ed. Stand on up for me. Now the other thing we always want to do is just loosen up. Let that relax. Let it relax. Perfect. Loosen up his shoulders, elbows, wrists, and thumbs so you can text faster. It's not a texter?
Yeah.
That's good. Boom. Just like that. What do you want to tell the world about chiropractic, about our office, about Dr. Bo? Share it with them.
He rocks. If you haven't had the chiropractor yet, you need to. It's the bomb.
It's the bomb.